Welcome to this static practice where it'll feel more like a Hatha class than a Vinyasa class. But don't worry, there are some Vinyasas in between each pose. We'll grab any props that you may need and we'll get started. Why are static practices important? It gives you an opportunity to actually feel the pose in your body. Vinyasa allows you to do that too, but not for such a long period of time. When you're in a static pose, you'll feel the strength, you'll feel the stretching, you'll feel your heart rate change, you'll notice the thoughts that come into your head. When you're moving constantly, the breath and the movement are more of the practice, finding that connection. But in a static practice, you have no choice but to breathe, be still, and notice what comes up. So those are, at least in my opinion, the two major differences between the two, the dynamic, flowy vinyasa and the static, still, hatha-ish type practice. Is that clear? I don't even know if that's clear, but that's what I got. Starting at the top of your mat in a nice Tadasana position. Toes spread, weight in the middle of the foot, activating the legs, the belly, the core, opening the chest and the heart, turning the palms forward. Nice long neck. And take a few breaths here. Feel the connection of your feet to your mat and the length of the body growing from there. One more breath here. And we'll move into some sun salutations to warm ourselves up. So inhaling, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold hands down to the mat, step or float back to your plank, and lower down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog or child's pose. We'll stay for 5 full breaths. One more full breath. On your next inhale, lift the eyes, step or hop the feet to the top of the mat, lift the spine halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, reverse swan dive, Hasta Tadasana. Exhale, hands come to the heart. One full breath here in Tadasana. We'll move into sun salutation B from Ashtanga with an extra breath in warrior one. Inhale, come to chair pose. Exhale, fold it forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold hands down, step or float back to plank. Move through your vinyasa, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Turn the left heel in, step the right foot forward. Inhale, coming up to warrior one. Stay for an extra breath. Nice full inhale. Exhale, hands down to the mat, step back to plank, take your vinyasa. Warrior one, other side. Right heel rotates inward, step the left foot forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, settle into your warrior one. We'll stay for another full breath. Full inhale. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Find your way back to plank and vinyasa. Exhale, either down dog or child's pose, your choice. Staying for 5 breaths. One more full breath. On your next inhale, lift the eyes to the fingers, step or hop the feet to the top of the mat. Lift the spine halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Coming into chair pose. Exhale, Tadasana. One full breath here. Nice. From here, shift your weight over into the right foot. We'll take warrior one. So the left foot steps behind, keeping the hips as square as you can. Right knee tracks over the middle of the foot. We're going to stay for 10 full breaths. So choose where you'd like the arms to go, either floating up above or hands to the heart. Two more breaths. On your next inhale, let the arms extend overhead if they weren't already. Hop the back foot forward about a stride. And then exhale, come into your twisted triangle. So you're going to twist from the waist. Keep the hips as is. Left fingertips come down to your shin, your thigh, or a block. Opening the heart to the right without disturbing the hips. This provides a nice stretch through the hamstring as well as a nice twist through the spine. The right arm can stay on the lower back, or if you prefer, you can extend it upwards. Now, as we spend our 10 breaths here in the pose, you may feel that you start to go deeper. It's okay, you can honor that and shift down, but try not to make any huge changes in the pose. 10 breaths. On your next exhale, eyes come down towards the mat. Soften the front knee, hands come down, step it back to your plank, and move through your vinyasa. Good, coming into warrior one on the other side. Let's do it as we did in the Ashtanga sun salutation. So the right heel comes in, left foot steps forward, inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, settle into the pose. Make any adjustments you need to. Arms can go where you'd like for the 10 breaths. Now at this point, you feel your heat, your inner heat start to build. You may feel a little bit more comfortable in the poses, so see where you can make these tiny, tiny little adjustments. Maybe the abdominals pull up more. Maybe the hips come just a touch more square. Maybe you feel the weight differently in your feet. Maybe the breath has become easier. One more full breath. On your next inhale, arms can float overhead if they're not there already. Hop the back foot forward about a stride. Nice square hips. Exhale, twist from the waist and find twisted triangle. This side may feel different than the other. It's okay, just honor whatever's happening right now. Keeping those hips nice and sturdy. Spine twists. Belly pulls up and in. Be mindful that you're looking to the side of your room and not the back. Once you look back towards your hips, that usually means that you're curving the spine as well. And we want the spine to stay nice and long. Keep breathing. One more full breath. On your next exhale, let the eyes float down towards the mat. Soften that front knee, bring your hands down. Find your plank and vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog or child's pose. We'll stay for 5 breaths. Last breath. I'll move directly into Warrior Two from here. So the left heel will rotate inward. Step the right foot forward. Inhale as you rise up. And then exhale, soften your way into your Warrior Two. Adjust the feet as you need to. Being mindful that the hips are happy here. The heel alignment can be where it needs to be for you. Arms extend out. If your heart rate is a little too high, feel free to either bring the hands to the waist or to prayer in front of the heart. We'll stay for 10 breaths. If you're getting the shakes in the arms and legs, it's okay. Just keep breathing through it. Embrace the shakes. One more breath. From here, extended side angle. So you can take the forearm to the thigh. The other arm can be on the waist, extend upward, or sweep over the ear. You can take this a little deeper if you'd like. Hand can come onto a block or all the way down to the mat, depending on where the hips will let you go. Make sure that the chest stays open and you want the top armpit to always be pointing upwards. So be very mindful of that as to where you place the bottom arm. Again, we'll stay for 10 breaths. If you'd like to change the focus of the eyes, feel free to do so, but once you decide on it, stick with it. So looking down will ground you. Looking straight ahead challenges the balance a bit, and looking up is the most challenging for balance. We're about halfway there. One more full breath. And let the eyes come down to the mat. 2 hands come to the inside of the front foot. Find your high lunge. Step that right foot back. Find your plank and vinyasa. Moving on to the second side, let's turn the right heel inward, step the left foot forward. Inhale, come up through Warrior One, and then exhale, open up to Warrior Two. And you can adjust the feet as you need to. Warrior Two may be different on the side. So sort that out. Make sure your alignment is where it needs to be for your hips. Nice tall spine, arms extend, and 10 breaths. One of the observations here too is, where does your mind go when you hold poses for long periods of time? There's no judgment needed. Just take notice, where is your mind floating to? What thoughts are popping up? One more full breath. On your exhale, find your extended side angle. The options again, your arm can come onto the thigh. You can bring your fingertips to a block or slide all the way down to the inside of the front foot. Keep the chest open to the side space. Top arm can be on the waist, a bind behind the back, straight up to the ceiling, or sweep it over the ear, totally up to you. Find the focus looking down at the foot, straight ahead or up at the ceiling, or your fingers, 10 full breaths. About halfway there. Bring your eyes down to the mat, 2 hands inside of the front foot. Find yourself in high lunge, switching those hips. Then gently step the left foot back, find plank, Vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog or child's pose. Good, from here, our next pose will be child's pose. So go ahead and lower down the knees. You can keep them narrow or wide, whichever one you prefer. And let yourself melt forward. Now in this child's pose, feel free to move your arms wherever you would like them to go. So you can keep them extended, you can pile the hands underneath your forehead, or you can bring the hands back by your heels. Any variation that you know and love for the next 6 breaths. One more nice deep breath. And inhale, start to slowly roll up through the spine. Exhale where you need to. Come up onto hands and knees and then gently sit on one hip or the other. Swing them out in front. Just give them a good little shake. A good little rotation just to release out those joints. Okay, so from here, coming into double pigeon. So to enter into double pigeon, you may hit half lord of the fish first, especially if your hips are tight. So the bottom foot, though, in double pigeon wants to be forward a little bit more and not so close to the sit bones. This said, if the hips are tight, that's the only place it'll go, so it's okay. Ideally, we want to stack the shin bones one on top of the other. If your bottom knee is not happy with that, extend the leg long out in front. Flex the ankles so that the bones don't press down into the ground. Nice long spine, 10 breaths. You can close the eyes here too and be a little bit more introspective. And if you choose to have the eyes open, pick one point and keep your eyes focused on that. This is another pose that tends to bring up a lot of thoughts and emotions. So just be the observer. If any emotions come up, let them. It's just energy and it will pass. We're about halfway there. Take one more nice deep breath. And from here, use your hands to untangle the legs. Bring them about the width of the mat apart, hands behind you, and slowly and gently windshield wiper from side to side. Just gives a little release before we move to the second side. Coming back to your neutral, this time taking the right leg underneath, left on top. Situating yourself how you need to make the pose work for you. Once you find that arrangement, sit up nice and tall. Eyes focus either straight ahead, if you feel like your energy needs to be expansive, or you can be more introspective and keep the focus inwards. You can look down at the tip of your nose or gaze down towards the front of your mat. Again, we'll stay for 10 breaths. Be mindful that you're not forcing yourself into the pose or forcing the flexibility. Just let gravity do its job. One more nice deep breath here. Then bring your hands to that top leg. Gently untangle, bringing the feet flat onto the mat, hands behind, and windshield wiper from side to side. Good. And from here, we find Shavasana. So laying flat on your mat, or propping if you need to. Allowing the legs to extend long underneath you, about the width of the mat apart. Let the legs totally relax, fall to their natural rotation. Arms by your sides at a comfortable angle, palms flip upward. Eyes closed, and take rest. Gradually start to deepen your breath. Find energy in the fingers, toes, hands, feet, wrists, and ankles. Gradually wake up the arms and the legs. And let the arms extend up overhead. Bring the legs together underneath you. Nice long stretch through the body. And then hug the knees in towards the chest. Give a little rock from side to side. And roll onto your right side, finding fetal position. Bottom arm under the head as a pillow. Gently press yourself up to a seated position. Eyes remain closed. Either press the hands together at the heart center or one on your heart and one on your belly, chin slightly lowered. And check in to see how you feel after that practice. How do you feel physically, emotionally, energetically, and spiritually? Take a few moments for some gratitude, something you're thankful for right now. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste.
Thank you for practicing with me. If you liked the class, please hit the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And be sure to click the bell for email notifications when new videos are released. Let me know how you felt after doing this practice in the comments below. Please share this video if you know someone who might enjoy it.
And please consider a donation to help support the production of more fabulous yoga videos for you. Have a beautiful day. Namaste, my friends.
Be well and remember to breathe. See you next time.